So you mean to tell me I've been over there talking to myself all this time? Are you guys around? Or did y'all all leave? Nope, got one person looking. So I was over there talking on my own live stream by myself. Nobody got to hear it. I was telling a story. Got two and one light. Is anybody still in there? Anybody around? Oh, got three. It's growing. Four. Look at her run. Five. She's still running. I was over there telling a story by myself on the other stream. It never told me it ended. It kept showing that it was running. I just noticed that chat stopped. It kept asking you guys, "Are you here? Are you here?" Nobody ever chatted back. I guess I could have just, we back. Hello, Sino. Seven. Yeah, there's a couple. I was over there talking to myself. Hi, KDE. How are you doing today? Good to see you here. How about, is it Katie or is it Kate? I kind of see it both ways, but yeah. Well, it's definitely. Oh, maybe it is Katie E. It's not Katie E. It's Kate E. So it would be Katie. 17. That was quick. Sorry, guys. I was over there talking to myself on the other stream. I didn't realize that it ended. I just saw chat stop and it kept asking. Nobody responded. So I didn't know what to do. And then all of a sudden it just ended. Hello, Sharon Gentry. Good evening. Good to see you. Yeah, I was on a few minutes ago. I got cut off, I guess. I guess you're in Cali. Uh, People's Convoy is headed your direction. Do you know that? They're going to be in Cali. What are you sorry about? That I was over there hanging on by myself when I thought everybody was still in watching. Cat Reynolds, hello. We're here in 27. Where are the some of those slowpokes? Who's going to pay for the gas for the people that are staying, that are going to be driving around? They're holding receipts. Or we still have somebody over here with a card that can make that available. They may have worked something out with ACT. ACT is our fuel stop. The only place we fuel now is at ACT. So they might have something worked out with them. I can't sleep, so I'm back. Hey, Ray J. Uh, One of the truckers in California said when he delivered me to a place today, they mentioned that yes, they knew the convoy was coming because the local news channel had reported about it. Cool. Hello, Julie Jordan. Nice to see you back, or nice to see you here. I don't think you were in the other live a few minutes ago. I was supposed to be. I was supposed to. Uncle Deuce. don't, don't, don't use me for an excuse, Dad Gummit. If you got a wife and you're saying, but Frankie Bobby's on the tube, I gotta watch him. Don't be telling your wife that. Susan Swift is the best, fastest finger in the West. I, I love Susan. Susan's an angel, Gary. Do you not know that Susan is an angel? That's why she's got that fast finger. How can they still be chatting on the other stream? I didn't see any more chatting going on. Did you holler at them? Frankie, you smoking a doobie? No, no. It's a cigar out of a tin. It's El de Monterrey Excalibur, and you can see here is inside paper. There's still one more in this package, and I have another package in my glove box. Frankie, you smoke. Uh, Kohai, this is not what you just wrote. Uh, I am nowhere, nothing, nothing of the sort. There's no excuse at all. I have four different devices following four streamers while I vacuum, do laundry, etc. That's funny. It's cool that you do that though. That stream is over. Yeah, I okay. So it did end. Well, it shut off on me and said that it was over. Who do you think is going to be the overlords of the new convoy? There's no such thing as a new convoy. It's still the same convoy. We're just split so that they can go take care of business, and we're going to continue to stay here and take care of business. Uh, yes, Rayo. I was on a little bit earlier, and it shut down on me, and I left a bunch of people there. Hey, Wendy Stebbins. Yeah, you saw the star, did you? Uh, somebody was hollering yesterday about taking my Trump paraphernalia out of the live stream, and I wouldn't do it. The only reason why I did it was because I think it was taking up space where you couldn't see everything clearly. Maybe that's why I did it. You all should go onto Facebook and watch Brian's message. He did it under. Hold up, hold up. Where are you running to? You all should go onto Facebook and watch Brian's message. He did it is under Brian Brassi official. He said that he will be coming back to DC. He is flying to California for the rally on the mandates. Okay, so he's not going to drive. Well, he's in Ohio. He went back home 2 days ago. Uh, so that's probably why he's going to be flying to California. He'll be waiting for Mike Landis and the group to come back. Cato, are you here? Well, I want him gone, but that's okay. Uh, my mods. I'm gonna send you a group email here in a few minutes. I'm gonna forward a group email to you here in a few minutes. If I can get all of your emails correct, I hope I can. Wasu, uh, Gary, Susan, and you, Ashley. I'm going to go ahead and send you an email here shortly whenever I get done with the stream. I just wanted to come back because I didn't want to leave you guys hanging uh, because of you froze in time. Yeah, I know. Is it for staying young? You know, it's funny that you say that because last night, whenever I stayed with that couple, they're a fairly young couple, and she just got pregnant with her third child, I think. She just found out since she's been here at the convoy. And they're headed back, not back, but they're headed with the convoy to California. So, anyways, those are the people that I got to meet last night. I remember his name was Keith. I don't remember hers, and I'm sorry. Uh, they went to breakfast this morning. I didn't get to see him. Java's in the house. Java in the house. Java in the house. Shelly, I only say sorry because I don't want to be disrespectful. I want them to understand that I didn't do that purposely. Is Java in the house, Susan? I don't see her. Am I? There you are. Hey, Java, I was just talking about, I don't know if y'all heard it on the other stream because it cut off at some point. I was just talking about the email you sent me. I have seen the email. I've read it. The whole length of it, I read it. I was just telling, or just saying out loud, Susan, and do you mind that I forward it to all the mods so that they can see what it is that we're talking about that you were mentioning? Uh, so I guess you didn't hear me talking a minute ago, but yeah, I had already known about a lot of that. Hey, Liquid Yum, you're back. And I got it correct. See, I told you I'd remember. How was your first day? It was actually pretty good, Liquid. Uh, I let him know. Uh, well, we'll leave that out. Uh, I don't want him around, Casper. It's another ped to me. But yeah, it was pretty good. Let them know that I'm going to want to be advancing because I'm going to show them what I know, and they said that they had no problem with that, pretty much. So yeah, looking forward to it. No, I missed it. Good. Don't talk about it in here. No, 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 no. That's why I said I wanted to. It's okay that I go ahead and forward that to the other mods. That way, everybody can see what it is that's going on right now. Because that's insane. I've heard about this. People have told me about it repeatedly. People were talking about it over at the speedway, and uh, Chris had mentioned it to me, particularly that morning before we went to uh, Harrisburg. That was yesterday morning, right? Yeah, yesterday morning. Yesterday morning is when Chris had mentioned it to me, and I don't know who had said something about it previous to that, but it was good that Chris knew because he was on shared some information with me. Okay, so Susan's already okay. Hey, Ashley's back. Uh, Ashley, there's going to be an email that I'm going to put out here in a little bit. It's a forward from Java. It's important that we all read this and understand the email. Any questions, you can email me back about it. Hey, JK and JK. Somebody just told me you were fed, dude. What's up with that? So watch out, guys. There's a lot of that junk going on. I might have overlooked your last question. What do you believe will take Brian's and Mike's leadership role in the DC area wherever they end up? What, who do you believe will take Brian's and Mike's leadership role in the DC area wherever they end up? It's probably going to be Hippie Mama, if anybody knows who that is. Uh, it would be yeah, that would be a good possibility. She's a great person, and she knows who I am. Uh, I think it was her that called me today. As a matter of fact, yes, they have my numbers. Uh, Also, whenever I put out that email, I'm going to go ahead and touch all of you mods: Gary, Ashley, Wasu, Susan, Java. I'm going to put it out. I'm gonna forward back to all of you, and I'm going to put my uh, cell phone number at the top of that. Yeah, whenever I forward it, I'm going to put it at the top. That way, you guys can text me if you so choose. It allows us to be more direct with our communications as opposed to trying to see what you wrote in chat. So, yeah. And also, I think it would be great for us to have quicker communication uh, as we continue to do what we're doing here. Man, look at that. I'm spiked up to 120 viewers right now. That's insane. That's insane. Did you catch on to Tedo? Is Mod Gary Reed in chat? Why can't I see him? I haven't seen him come back. He might still be stuck in the other. No, I'm kidding. I haven't seen him come back. 103 watching, only 46 likes. What's up with that, Wendy Stebbins? But yeah, so I might just go ahead and do that email here in just a second while we're on while we're here. Yeah, I think it would be easier that way, Susan. I think it's more proficient for all of us with what's going on here because There's a good possibility that I'll get throttled at some point. We all know that they're throttling left and right other streamers. I think I met one streamer that's on his fifth account now because he keeps getting shut down due to some of what uh, due to what's been going on around the area with the troublemakers. And I wholeheartedly agree that we all need to be in a quicker. No, Larry Barnes, it's not a blunt. Glad you're there, Bobby. Thank you for streaming. Plays in the dirt. Thank you for coming back. I like seeing you here. Soup Mama. Okay. Yeah, you might be. No, it, I'll let you know, PJ, as soon as I know something, PJ Josie. Like I said, I'll be back up there this weekend. I might hit up Dead Pedophiles tonight uh, and see what he has to say. It's really not that late. He might be on duty right now. I have an issue. Maybe you can help. I believe live streamers are to report what's going on, not report opinions. What's your thoughts? Uh, well, I guess it depends on what you would want to consider a live streamer, Wendy. There's a lot of different types of live streamers out there, and there's probably a little bit about what I do here. Is I'll be reporting there, but I'm also going to be doing a live stream like I'm doing right now, because people ask me questions and like my commentary. I guess is the easiest way to say it. So I think it's up to the individual that's watching to determine whether or not they feel what you just wrote about reporting on what's going on, not reporting opinions and thoughts. Uh, a lot of uh, a lot of the people Wendy that asked me to do this was because they appreciated my opinions and thoughts. So that is what I'm hoping to continue doing. Uh, what I have shared so far is probably just a smidgen of what is to come. Uh, Nobody, Casper. Nobody's a Fed. Uh, yes, Mama. I hope I answered your question well enough, Wendy, because that's the way I see it. And that was why I started the live stream because of what people asked of me. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with. It had nothing to do with anything else other than the fact that people wanted to hear what I had to say. Mostly, and also, I was telling you guys earlier that selfie stick that I had yesterday, whenever I had that little bit of live stream before the rally began, uh, I was using a selfie stick, and that selfie stick was given to me by Sasnak, SASNAK. Somebody shout out Sasnak here, please. Uh, Stan with Sasnak. Stan had loaned that to me yesterday at the rally, and when we took off, I was one of the first ones to leave because I was hurting. And when we got back to base camp, uh, right after the meeting was over, I ran over to Stan to give him back the selfie stick, and he asked me. He says, "What? You don't want it?" And I was like, "Well, I could definitely use it." And he says, "Well, keep it." He says, "It was given to me anyway." He says, "The top piece is mine, but it's too small for my phone that I now use." He says, "So if you want it, you can have it. I would appreciate it if you took it because it was given to me anyway, and I didn't need it. I don't need it. I've got plenty of people who give me some." Which that was what somebody in here had said yesterday. Said, "Go ask Stan," and I did, and he wound up giving me that selfie stick. So now I don't have to purchase one. But I did purchase. It's in my trailer right now. I did purchase a suction cup to hold my phone in the window on the windshield That way we can live stream driving down the road, and I can talk to you guys because somebody brought a good point out to me that Mercy Reigns it was said that maybe I should travel around to the historical sites that are here because there's lots of them, and maybe just walk around and show people what they don't get to see. I might go to a museum and maybe live stream in a museum if they allow it, uh, just so that you guys can see things that ordinarily you won't be able to see because of where you live. And I'm here in Virginia, where they say the dirt is red because of all the lives that were lost uh, from the Civil War, because a lot of that transpired here in the area that I live in. Yes, it's Bobby with an IE, not a Y. Yeah, the people always seem to get that wrong, don't they, Tara? Thank you for having my back there, girl. My girl. This is my girl, guys. Two, you guys are incredible. 200 people are watching me right now. Brian said, go onto his site. So Mama, she has messages up there for all to see. What site would that be? Would that be a Facebook? I don't have Facebook, so you guys know. I got kicked off in 2018 of Facebook. People tell me that my Facebook page is still there. It shows no posts since 2018, but I can access it. Whenever I go in with my passwords and stuff, it automatically kicks me out and says uh, I can't access my own account. So I can't even shut it down if it is still alive. How stupid is that? But what do you expect from Zuckerberg? Yes, yeah, and yes, I did say suck. But it's not a solid movement. It's all broken up. Geez, Canadians are still protesting in the freezing code. Tim Lee, are you not understanding what it is that I'm saying? It's not a solid movement. That is about as derogatory as you can get, in my opinion, because it's not all broken up. After shows, opinions are great. However, I prefer live streams. Virgin. Okay, cool. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. You would know anything about the California convoy? I don't understand what you mean by that question. Sharon Gentry, thank you. He is. He's a really, really good guy. I enjoyed watching him. I enjoyed meeting him and getting to know him a little bit. Mount Vernon is beautiful. Yes, it is. Show me your bed, my next ex. uh, send me your phone number. I'll show it to you. I'm not going to show it to you here. You caught me off guard on that one, Tara. He had quite a few of them that was donated to him when he first got there. He has kept it full of them. Well, that's cool because yeah, well, one of them now belongs to Frankie Bobby. I've seen your mod company. I know who the brown noses here. I don't. What are you guys laughing about? Stan was loading trailers all day to go to Cali. Yeah, Stan's a good guy. Shout out to Saznak. You're right, Wild Angel. Shout out to Stan with Stan of Saznak. Uh, he's a good guy. Uh, very soft. Uh, I don't mean that in a bad way, but a very very soft heart. And yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. Uh, and he doesn't even have children. He just feels like this movement is definitely something that needs to happen in the world today. I don't want to sound like a brown nose. I'm older and I can read people. You're an honest man. Thank you, Gary. No, that's not a brown nose. Whoever said that earlier or later in the chat, because I saw you say that he was brown nose. Uh, Older, yeah. You told me you were older earlier, and you can read people, and you're an honest man. I'm the same way, Gary, and the same thing happens for me. I read people. I'm mostly a people watcher, like at work and stuff like that, and I can read people, and just meeting them, I know I can pretty much know uh, whether it's good or bad by shaking a person's hand. Something so simple as that. Uh, Somebody tell me, it may have been you, Gary. Somebody in here told me the other day, remember a firm handshake. Guys, if y'all knew what my firm handshake was like, people complain to me all the time. Oh, I was telling you guys about this guy that I met last night. He's been in the convoy for a while, and I saw him over there. He's always by himself, like a loner type guy. He's parked over up against the fence line. He's going to California. He and I spoke last night. He's going to California. He says, what else I got to do?" But anyway, so they had told me that I had a room. All I had to do was go check in, and I had a double bed. So if I wanted to bring anybody to share the room with, then I could. So I went to go. I moved all that wood, so I kind of got taken out of position from remembering to go ask him. My truck, the way I had backed it up to unload that last load, it was kind of blocking the road, and there was a larger vehicle trying to get in. So I immediately jumped in my truck, turned it around, and took off. I said, "I'm leaving anyway," so I got in and I took off. I'm driving down the highway. I'm about halfway down to the hotel. And I was like, darn it, I forgot to go talk to that guy and see if he wanted to come and share the room with me. That way he could take a shower, a nice hot shower. I mean, everybody loves a nice hot shower, especially when you've not had one for a minute. And so I turn around, drove all the way back. It was probably about 6 miles or so, drove all the way back, and I drive straight down to where he's at, and I kind of shone the light in his window and blinked the light at him, and then turned my lights down to where I just had the park lights on. And I drive up to his window and I said, "Hey man, what's up?" And he was like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Well, I wanted to share a moment with you and see what you thought, see if you would be obliging or not." And he was like, "No, I won't do anything." And I was like, "Well, you don't even know what I was going to ask." He says, "No, I'm telling you." So basically, he was trying to push me out, pretty much telling me to go away. And I was adamant about the situation. I have over 300 viewers right now. I was adamant about the situation. I said, "Look, dude," I said, "you're not proving anything to anybody sitting out here in the cold all night long by yourself." He says, "Why are you worried about me? I didn't ask you to come down here and speak with me. Why are you worried about me?" I said, "Look, man," I said, "I've seen you down here for a while now. You've been down here. You're pretty much by yourself. Yeah, you associate with a couple of the guys around here. I don't even know your name." I said, "But I wanted to invite you to the hotel to get a good shower and a good night's sleep." And he was like, "No, I'm not going to." And I was like, "You don't have to be so abrupt. Would you mind talking with me for a minute?" He says, "I don't have time." He's doing nothing. He says, "I don't have time." And I continued to, I guess you could say, badger him to try to convince him to come to the hotel room. Well, I wound up being there an hour and a half talking to this guy. That's why I got on live stream so late last night, because I wound up sitting there for an hour and a half. We had the most wonderful conversations. It was just incredible. And he tells me when I'm getting ready to leave, he tells me, he says, "Frank, I'd have never thought that you would have been a guy that I could have just sat down and talked with like we just did." I said, "You do realize his name's, I'll not share his name. He asked me not to. But I called him by his name and I said, I appreciate you just talking with me." And it was incredible to see the difference in the reaction that he had towards me. Like I said, I managed to get him out of the car and shook his hand and gave him a great big old hug. And then we shook hands again. And he got back in his car. He says, "Now you hustle along so that you can go get on live stream with your people." And he says, "I don't want to keep them waiting." And I was like, well, they can wait because I've enjoyed standing here or sitting here with you and conversing. And we had a good time. I mean, like I said, it was an hour and a half. I don't think the guy had ever even spoken a word to me, though he's walked by me numerous times. I don't even think he ever spoke a word to me, no matter how many times I told him good morning or good evening or how you doing or anything like that. But then after he got to know me, we sat there and we talked for an hour and a half, and it was nonstop between both of us. It was incredible. He winded up being an old school or an OG, I guess you could say, uh, type conservative person. Uh, I can't say whether or not he believes in God. I got the impression that he believes in a power greater than himself, which is pretty much the same thing. I just have a name for it now. At least that's what I was taught whenever I was in going through my early on in my recovery. We'll say that. So yeah, but uh, he's a great guy. He has no job, but he has money a little bit anyway. And he says, "I'm going to California," and I wished him the best. And we said our goodbyes, and I wish him the best. But yeah, it was pretty cool to break through that barrier that he tried to set up from the moment I went to speak to him. And I was able to not convince him, but able to show him that there are people more like him, or there are more people like him than he thought. And he and I ended up having a great conversation. I appreciated getting to know him. I think he's 3 or 4 years older than I. Oh, I was saying about that couple last night. I walked into the room and I was talking to him, and I said something about something that gave him an idea of my age. And Keith looks at me and he was like, "Dude, I'd have never guessed that in a million years." And I said, "What?" He says that you're 56. I said, "Well, I'm going on 57. I'm closer to 57 now." He said, "I'd have never guessed that in a million years." He said, "I thought you were like maybe 40." And I get that a lot from a lot of people. It's funny. I don't know what you guys think. I look bald here again. I do have hair up here, guys. See, there it is. It's light, but this, I think it's the headliner, kind of hides my hair. But every time I look at myself in the camera here, I feel like I'm bald, and I know that that's what you guys are seeing. Uh, didn't think it'd be the same names, aren't we all? Says Nick. I don't want to sound like, oh, uh, yeah, Gary. Thank you for that comment. Wearing that cowboy shirt. James, come on now, leave my Cowboys alone. Well, I'm not really a. I'm still a fan, but I'm not a football watcher anymore. I quit watching football a couple of 3 years ago when we had kneeling on the field during the national anthem. You're, in my opinion, you're not American if you think you can kneel over a national anthem. It, when I sing the national anthem out in public, my throat always gets tied up because it creates so much emotion inside of my body because of the love that I have for our country, the country that I remember, not the country that we're living right now. Just so you guys know, I love this country. Always will. Always have. Always will. Thank you, Wendy, for stepping up for me. Yeah, James. I'm not going to say I have more Cowboy fans in here than not because I don't. I think Wendy's like one of the only ones I've heard say anything about the Cowboys. Oh, I met this lady at the when I went to Tractor Supply. We were talking, and she was standing right behind me, and they went ahead and put my name in the computer system and whatever, so that I can earn points, whatever. And I said, I don't think that she minds that we went through that whole rigmarole. And she looks at me because nobody's walking around. I failed to tell you guys that. Uh, but she says no, especially with that cowboy shirt on. And she pulls up her left sleeve and she shows me she's wearing a cowboy watch. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, really my heater came on. It's that cold. Uh, but yeah, I went into a Walmart, which I don't frequent, and I went to. It went very well, Jeff, Georgia Jeff. Yes, I did start today. I'm reporting in at 6 a.m. So this live stream is probably going to go at the longest 25 more minutes, 20 more minutes, give or take. Uh, that way I can get ready for bed and be ready for work in the morning. And I'm actually looking forward to sleeping in my bed tonight. Uh, but yeah, so I go into Walmart, and this is the first time I've been in my Walmart where the employees did not have to wear masks. And I walked up to one of the employees. She was walking right in front of me, and I kind of picked up the steps so that I can catch it to her. I said, "Ma'am, excuse me." And she turned and looked at me, and a very pretty young lady. And she turns and looked at me, and I was like, "It's so nice to see you guys that y'all can smile now instead of having to wear that stupid mask." She says, "Oh my God, I couldn't breathe in that stupid thing." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I just now noticed. I don't know when y'all were able to take them off or not have to wear them for work anymore. But this is my first day here in the WalMarts in a few weeks." And she didn't tell me when they were told that they can take them off, but she says, "Yeah, I feel so much better not having to wear that stupid thing anymore." So yeah, uh, so it looked more normal today. Uh, you guys need to hold on for just a second. Sorry, I had to take care of business. But yeah, so it almost feels like as things have maybe started coming back to what we perceived as normal, even though it was still chaotic. A lot of I don't know about a lot of you, but I know that a lot of people before a lot of what has transpired, I would say over the past month and a half or two, uh, things have definitely changed, and I still don't call it normal because we're still not where we need to be with everything that's going on with this regime, and I think a lot of people were still asleep and have started waking up and are now a party to what is going on right here with this live chat and with this live stream. Uh, I have been in the know for quite some time. Gary, you were saying something about having that, being able to read people. I've been doing that with the government for years, and I was over here near the government, near the regime, uh, the earlier regimes, such as what was that? The HRC, the BC, and the HRC. I think he had a middle name. It should be W something C, but I won't mention the names here because they don't deserve it. Hey, buddy, did you start your job? I answered you yes. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up here, Georgia Jeff. Frankie, show me your. I already read that. How did I wind up back over here? 203. Plays in the dirt. It's 3:31. I know you were earlier. All right, I'm gonna run down and try to catch up. Remember to like. I don't remember what site, but I can try Facebook. But Jersey J knows her site. Okay, you're talking to somebody else, Julie. Are you staying there or heading to California? I just got a job. God wants me to stay here, or else He wouldn't have given me this job. So He doesn't want me going to California because He knows I would have. That was His calling, in my opinion. So yeah. Uh, oh yeah, and I also have actually stopped, or actually started. rewarding myself with the niceties in life. Uh, I'm actually going to be using heat in my trailer. Not much. I don't like a lot of heat, but I'd actually, so that you guys know, when I started getting more and more strapped in my financial situation, uh, I basically quit using heat. Well, I would only use heat to make sure that things didn't freeze inside my trailer. Uh, it was one of those ways of trying to conserve money, and I don't feel like I'm in that position anymore. So that's why I was telling you I'm probably going to use a little bit more heat in the trailer now. We'll put it this way: I had the thermostat set at 40 degrees for heat, and I would just bundle up, and sometimes I didn't even get out of bed. You guys have no idea what kind of a situation I was in, uh, mostly mentally. Uh, I know not to keep myself there, and I know how to break myself out of that kind of chaotic situation in my brain. I'm very fortunate that I do have those. I do have that ability. Uh, some of you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Some of you probably thinking, "Yeah, whatever, fool." But it is what it is, and either you believe or you don't. I know I believe. But yeah, it was Lisa Green. You're here from Fry. Nice to see you. Pepper 4050. Yeah, you've been here before. How you doing? There's a guy that did a YouTube on Jersey J beginning begging for money. It's spot on. No comment. Should the bills are in committee. Yes, withdrawn can be dumped, rewritten, or snuck into another. Just gotta watch the legislature sites, not opinion posts. Long way to go. I'm assuming you were commenting to somebody, H. Shalom? Doodle. Oh, Lord have mercy. That could be good or bad. What are you guys talking about? Uh, but yeah, so anyway, uh, I'm very appreciative of the job that I just got. I know that I'm going to do something with it. And thank you, AR, on the congratulations. I am going to do something there for that company as well as for myself. Uh, is AR a living assault rifle? You could probably perceive it as that, right, Tough Titty? Tough Titty the second. Are you new here, Tough Titty? Sharice Ch- Tuchalski? Tough Titty, I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome. Thanks for being here. SS, what is going on with the convoy? Uh, that's kind of an open end kind of question. What exactly would you like to know about what is going on with the convoy? The convoy is going to California, while the other part of the People's Convoy is staying here in the area and continue to do laps around the Beltway, reminding these politicians that they work for us. Preparing for civil war just in case. Mike Man, case stock up on food. Shelves already getting bare in stores. Actually, with that comment just now, Mike, uh, that that's a good possibility. Personally, I don't see the food disappearing off the shelves. Uh, Case in point, since the pandemic began, I've been, however often, when finances started getting tight, of course, I started frequenting it a little bit more because it's cheaper. You always have to watch money when you have none coming in. But every time I went into the store since the pandemic, I moved across the street from that store in August of 2020. So since August of 2020, every time I've been into the Walmart there, I never could find uh, a popcorn topping. The shaker. You got your white cheddar and your ranch and your uh, cheese and extra butter or whatever, but it's a shaker, right? I have not seen any of that. I like the white cheddar on my popcorn, but I have not seen any of that. I have not had white cheddar on my popcorn since the pandemic began because the stores that I would go into, they didn't have it. Well, today when I went to Walmart, I knew I needed popcorn, and yeah, that's right, get your popcorn ready. I knew I needed popcorn, so I decided I'd run over there and go see if there was any shakers. Sure enough, there was more than a shaker. There was several of them of all the different varieties and flavors. And since the pandemic, there had been none. I'm serious. Since the pandemic, there had been none. At least none that I ever got to get my hands on whenever I would go to the store. Whether or not they were bringing it in on the regular, it's awfully suspicious there was none, considering how much I saw sitting on the shelf today. Just FYI. I'm not trying to say that you're incorrect. It may be different where you're at. I just happen to see it a little bit differently where I'm at for that reason, not much of else. But no, everything looked pretty well stocked whenever I went through the store. I just grabbed a couple items because that's not where I really uh, shop. I went over there to go get another filter, the filter that broke on my trailer while I was gone. What is this about? Sharice Chikasi. What? My chat? My live stream? Uh, it's written in my description. Truth, honesty, and mostly opinion based, and minus all the negativity. I do not allow negativity in my live chat. Does that surmise it for you, Sharice? I hope that's okay for you. GG, I think most business small ones will not comply. We've all been there. I told you it was a secret. Oh, that's not me. Proof of CV test to work. We have. I heard a story yesterday. I'll share this with you. Uh, One of the persons that was at the rally yesterday, an elderly lady. I say elderly. She's probably 78. I think she said she was 78 or 79. Her husband passed away at 80 by himself in his nursing home. He had dementia. Uh, so he's at this nursing home, or actually, he winded up at the hospital. And he goes to the nursing home. He winds up in the nursing home because of the dementia. He had forgotten who his wife was. He knew who his two daughters were, but he did not remember his wife. So it was too difficult for her to keep him at the house. That's why he winded up in the nursing home. But she still went and visited him every day. He never knew who she was or didn't recall who she was. It's kind of a sad story. So she'd go and visit him every day, but they wouldn't allow her to come in. So because he was on the first floor, they could go to the window and they could see each other and basically put their hands, again, another dome reference, put their hands up against the glass. That was the only type of uh, touching they had, was through a piece of glass. And that was the only way she could see him. Well, her and her daughters had started going over there trying to spend a little bit more time, even though it was outside, and trying to spend a little bit more time. Well, 3 days in a row, they went over there and he had not changed clothes. Well, they're complaining to the staff, take care of my husband, and they're hollering, take care of my dad, kind of thing. And staff's doing nothing of the sort. 3 days in a row, he's still wearing the same clothes. So they were like, we can only imagine what else was going on. That were they even? It didn't seem as if they were bathing him, taking care of him, or doing anything for him. And that's what they're there. That's what they're supposed to be there for, is to do those things. So she was pretty upset about that. So she goes to or they wind up saying that they gave him a COVID test because he said it wasn't feeling well, and the test came back positive. So there was no way, absolutely no way, the wife and the children were going to be able to go inside and see him or spend any time with him because, quote unquote, he had the coof. And So she called his primary care physician of time past and told them, can you contact the nursing home and make sure that they're doing the right things for him, because I don't think that they believe me whenever I tell them that he has dementia, because he remembers all them, but yet he doesn't remember his own wife. So she's telling this story, and of course she's trying to prevent from crying, but she is tearing here and there, and of course so are all of us. And it was cold out there, let me tell you. But anyway, so she's telling us a story. So they go back over there, and they get the doctor to do what it was that they were requesting the doctor to do, or at least inform the staff there at the nursing home. So the doctor was under the impression that he was being taken care of properly. Well, they went over there one day to go see him through the window, and he wasn't there. So they went and they knocked on the door, and the staff would not respond to them and let them know what had happened. And what happened was that he wound up passing away by himself. An 80-year-old man living with dementia ended up dying by himself, and it's unconscionable, some of the things that have occurred during this pandemic, and that's just one of many stories. There's a lot of stories out there. People don't hear these stories because darn good and well they're not putting on mainstream media, and it's people like us that hear these stories and share that information with people like you that don't know. And like I said one time before, I just hope that I reach one person and change the way that they think, or they're not change the way that they think, but so that they can open their minds and think for themselves. Uh, I'm not here to try to change anybody's thoughts. I'm here to try to assist uh, those that have questions, and keep it positive. Keep it positive. That's the biggest thing here. Truth, honesty, and positivity. No negativity. Uh, Nobody warrants negativity, in my opinion. It occurs. I know it does. We all have it. We all do it. I've just tried to change my way of doing something so small as trying to keep a positive chat live stream going, so that people can come over here and maybe experience some positivity in their life, something that they've never had, something that they're lacking, something that they wish they had. That's all I can do is continue to share my message, and my message can be anything. It's a day to day thing. Hi, Isuku. Hi, I see you. Thanks for coming. You're new here. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you being here and commenting. And you're more than welcome to come back as often as I can stream. If you like, it doesn't matter. Uh, I just appreciate all you people being here. I've got 340 people, 339 people watching right now. What? Why? What's why? I mean, think about it. Apparently, something that's for a reason, I would assume. Oh, chat just ran. Frankie Bobby has already started going back to work as of today. Yes, I have. Thank you, Shelley. Is that a Bundy Ranch reference? Missing something here. Oh well. I'm going down to. Are you single? Yes, I am, Kelly M. I have been for a long time. I divorced. My wife and I separated, or my wife. I kicked my wife out of the house in 2008. Literally. I mean, yeah, kind of. Not physically, but yeah, pretty much literally. The children stayed with me, and the divorce was finalized in 2013, February 19th, 2013, and she regrets it. She told me she told me when I first got back to Virginia. She told me one day. She says, I'll never remarry, right?" And I was like, "No, and really, like, doesn't matter." Uh, I wasn't trying to be negative, but we have our differences. But nevertheless, she says, I'll never remarry, right?" And I said, "No, I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that." And She was like, "Why would you tell me you're sorry?" I said, "I'm not telling you I'm sorry. I'm telling you I'm sorry to hear what you just said." And she says, "Well, the only reason why I would never remarry is because I'll never find anybody like you." Now, that's coming from my ex. 2008, I came back 2000, 10 years later. She's telling me that. She still feels that way. You guys tell me. Why did things like that happen? And yeah, I'm not gonna say I was standoffish. I was hardly ever around, I guess you could say. I'm not gonna say she raised the children by herself because she definitely didn't. I did help. But I guess you could say I wasn't around for her. I was raised in a family at the time. I worked all the time. All the time. 18-hour days easy. Every day. 7 days a week. Sometimes. My kids lacked for nothing. That was my goal in my life was my children wouldn't lack for anything because I had nothing as a child. I worked in the fields just so we can have a burger weekend or an ice cream when I was young. Uh, Not looking for pity, just stating facts. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. You're a well spoken, kind man. That's why people love you, younger brother. Thank you, Gary. See, it's comments like that. I don't. It's got to be the hand of God, guys. I mean, why else would people tell somebody like me they don't? Gary doesn't know me from a hole in the ground. None of you guys know me from a hole in the ground. So why would an individual that has absolutely no clue who I am make a comment like that? It's because they feel something, and I'm telling you guys, it, it's the way it is, and because you guys have got me rolling, I'm now at an hour, and I told you guys I wasn't going to be on here 20 more minutes, and here we've been 30, 38 or something like that. 30, yeah, 38. Mm, only freaking. I will not get rid of my Dallas Cowboys. This is a gift from my oldest daughter. This is what she bought me for Christmas one year. I've got a few. I did laundry, so I still have it hanging here in the truck. I hang all my shirts. Uh, I probably got two or three more over there of Dallas Cowboy stuff. Thank you, Kelly, for that compliment. Uh, Kelly M says, in case you guys didn't see, marry me, Frankie Bobby. You are beautiful. I am in other side of the country though, so it might be long distance. Uh, Long distance works. No, ask Tara. Kelly, you're gonna have to talk to Tara. Sorry, she can't come across the Canadian border, and I can't go across the Canadian border. So, well, let's say she can't come to the U.S. and I can't go to Canada. But we're in a relationship. Ask her. She's my bacon, and I love bacon. Look up Dr. Jonathan Fishbein interview with John Solomon about Fauci. Uh, I know who John Solomon is, and I'm a big fan of his, and I know the way he feels about Fraudci. I call him Fraudci, Fraudci. Uh, I know how he feels about Fraudci. I don't. I mean, it's probably a good interview, uh, but I don't have to look at an interview to know how John Solomon feels about Fraudci. I'll just say it that way. Yeah, I've listened to a lot of what John Solomon has had to say. Just ran, you guys. It's time to say good night, Frankie. I know, holy cats. These guys keep me up till all hours of the night, holy cats. Yes, we do. We know you're better than some old hole. Mimi, go Niners. That's my most hated team, guys. Just so you know, the Niners. We don't know you are. We've been watching you and listening. Thank you, Kelly M. You guys are too sweet, but I really do appreciate your comments, and I do. It. It enables me to continue to come back and share my ugly mug with you guys. I know that it's not all about beauty and or anything like that, but and I know that that's wrong to say something like that about myself. But I do look in the mirror every day, every day. Just so you know, uh, it's funny because one day, or when my hair grew out, I think I told. Did I tell you guys? Maybe I didn't. But when my hair grew out, before I got my nice, finally got my nice haircut. And again, thank you, Mark Wolf. I haven't seen him in my chat for a while, but thank you, Mark Wolf. That was due to Mark Wolf. He had cashed at me $20, and I took that $20 and went and got a haircut. Something I hadn't had in I think 6 or 7 months, and I looked pretty ragged. I was hating it, but I looked in the mirror one morning. I got up, took my shower and everything, and I look in the mirror. I'm brushing my hair. As soon as I get my hair brushed, I looked in the mirror and I saw my dad. People have told me I look just like my dad. I've never seen it, and when I looked in the mirror that day, I told myself I looked just like my dad. It was hard to believe, but it was definitely there. Uh, I don't think my daughter-in-law Regina ever met my dad. No, I don't think she ever did. But she's seen a picture of him. She told me that I looked like him. My family tells me that. My cousins. Uh, Java Lily, keep on it. Uh, till we get that message out, all right? Because you're open and truthful. That's why people like you. Carol B, thank you. That's the whole point of this is that I try to be uh, I try to be open, and I definitely am a truthful person. Uh, I've had a lot of people say bad things about me, but I don't care. Uh, I might feel it for the moment. I might feel it for a day even, but I, as quickly as possible, manage to get rid of it so that I don't, so that I can be more positive in life. Because uh, being negative is just wrong in my opinion. We have so much going for us as a civilization, as humans, and there's no reason for any of us to ever think less of ourselves, uh, especially when it comes to being who we are. We're all unique. We're all different. There's nobody that is the same. And but what we learned as humans, what has kept the human race going for so long, is that we learn to tolerate each other, and we learn to respect each other, show respect. If you want respect, you have to show respect. I don't think anybody actually earns respect. Uh, or let me rephrase. I don't think anybody deserves respect that doesn't earn it. Uh, Somebody asked me what would I say if I got a chance to meet Donald Trump, President Trump, and I told him I said I'd walk up to him, shake his hand, and ask Donald and ask him, Donald, how are you doing? Nice to meet you. And they said, why would you call him Donald? Why wouldn't you call him President, or why wouldn't you call him Mr. Trump? Well, because on the initial contact between myself and another individual, it's always going to be a first name basis, period. Because at that moment, in my eyes, nobody is better than me. So if they're not going to call me Mr. Barrientos, why am I going to call them Mr. Trump? If they're going to call me Frank, I'm going to call them Donald. Know what I mean? Now, after having met him, then I would show him the proper respect and call him Mr. Trump and or President. But the initial contact between me and any individual would not be with a Mr. or anything. It would be a straight name, Frank to Donald. That's just the way I see that. Guys, it's getting late. Time to say goodnight. Thank you, Holy Cats. You can have more than one way. Uh, that's called no comment. True, Kelly M. Thank you. Cowboys until they play the Broncos. Oh my gosh, Uncle Deuce, don't tell me you're a Broncos fan. We all have our faults. We'll just look at it that way. Jeannie Shannon, everybody after a divorce goes through that. Uh, I think more often than not, yes. I would have to agree with that comment to the point that, yeah, more often than not. Such good energy. Get some rest, buddy. You got work tomorrow. Thank you, Kay, Luciano. I appreciate you guys being here. Kelly, that was what I didn't want to say. That was what I didn't want to say. That's why I said I'll just leave it at that because I was going to say that. If I was Mormon, I could. It was going to be more of a joke than anything, but I thought maybe somebody would be offended by me stating that, so that's why I chose not to. Uh-oh. Cat fight. Cat fight. Cat fight, guys. I just saw somebody cat fight. Well said. Thank you, Kelly. Exactly. Respect earns respect. Hey, Lady Buckeye. How are you doing? JGJG, are you new here? I don't recognize the JGJG. Who is Zot Tashar? In all actuality, I don't think anybody really knows unless they know them personally. But as far as us subscribers, viewers, I don't think that story has really come out. They're kind of holding it secret. We assume them to be brother and sister. Others say there's no way. I mean, who knows? Uh, Shar did put it out one time on a video that she would give the answer after she reached 100,000 subscribers. Somebody chatted back to her and says, "No, you mustn't do it before 1 million subscribers." So maybe one day we'll know. But as of right now, I don't think anybody has ever really stated. We've all got our opinions, but nobody knows for sure. Sino is not a troll, Kellyanne. Sino is Charlotte's moderator. Sino's been here. Sino and I have chatted in uh, in Charlotte's live stream as well as in here. Just FYI. Why was she stepping on your toes? Or I don't. I'm sorry. I don't even know that it's a she, Kelly. But no, Sino is cool. I got no problem with Sino. Zot mad at Charlotte's boyfriend. That's an assumption, TS. Unless you know them personally. I don't think anyone is better than me, but I always address people with the respect they deserve, be it president, doctor, etc. Uh, that's if that's the way you feel, KB. Cool. I'm not saying that that's not the way to do it. I just have my way of doing it. I appreciate your comment though, because yeah, it does make sense. I mean, everybody has their way of who they are and what they do, and I recognize that with everybody. Totally awful. I hope she does sue. My girl got pretty shook up. I'm glad. I guess you guys are talking about Shar. That's the question we all want to know the answer. Uh, Once said, no one ever calls me Donald anymore. If he met me, I would, or if I met him, rather. Be positive. Just don't trust the deceptive persons like fraud sheet. Uh, yeah. Anybody wants to read D James's comment, it's right there to be read because I'm not going to say their names over my stream. Not because I'm worried, but because they don't deserve it. We'll put it that way, in my opinion. Always remember this is always my opinion. I can agree and disagree. However, you girls are doing between those time, you guys are awesome. Thank you, Gary. Absolutely. I cut the sweet innocent part if that's what you were talking about. Oh, you guys are talking. Go Patriots. Whatever. sorry. I'm trying to read the comments as quickly as I can. I'm sorry to you 271 viewers. I don't mean to be like not saying anything. It's just that I read something and I had to read it again. Well, maybe 3 times. I don't even know. Ban on me again, guys. So I'm missing chats here, but I'm trying to keep up. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go because it's been over an hour now, and appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for coming and listening to me just speak. Uh, I'll continue to do this as long as you guys are uh, enjoy it, and I think you guys, some of you are, some of you may not be, but to each his own. Uh, Depending upon when we start calming down with the convoy, if that time comes. Thank you, Sino. Good night. If that time comes, uh, I will have the time to run around and maybe do some uh, historical things, uh, especially now that I am able to live stream on my camera, though it's still not because of. Good night, Tara G. Love you too, girl. Uh, I try. I try. Uh, but yeah, so I'll see you guys. Uh, do y'all want to see me tomorrow or what? I mean, I don't mind doing these every evening if that's what y'all want to see. At least until I go back to the racetrack. Good night, Frankie, and everyone in chat. Good night, Sharon O'Neill. You have a great night as well. Thank you. Can I get a personal good night? Kelly M, of course you can. Good night, sweetie. Have sweet dreams. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. Is that personal enough, Kelly M? And I do mean that. I mean, I'm not trying to be a douche about it. I truly mean good night. I appreciate you being here, Kelly. Can we get a nightly prayer? I have no problem with that, Uncle Deuce. Do we want that, guys? Uh, I could start my. Uh, you guys, have y'all heard of And We Know LT? I know some of you have. We've made comment of it here before. He always ends his video with a prayer. The videos that he does, and they're exquisite. If you haven't seen him, good information base. I get a lot of my information from that base. It's andweknow.com. ANDWEKNO, all one word, andweknow.com. I don't know that it can be found AWK, but he has AWK merch. Uh, really intelligent individual, young man. I say young man because he's in his 40s, early 40s. And a lot of people can learn a lot from him because he's good at what he's doing, putting the word out. Like I said, that's where I get a lot of my information. But I forget where I was going with that. But yeah, I can do the prayer thing. I have no problem with that. To Yes, a prayer to end the night is perfect ending. Okay, holy cats. We always enjoy it. Okay, so it looks like you guys would not mind. Okay, so we're at the 114 mark right now on my uh, on my prompt, and this has gone out anyway. I think if it's not, it's going out, and so that we can do what we know. And we know AR, and we know. Yes, that is correct. AR. Thank you for putting that out. Uh, yes, every evening I need a prayer. I love Joyce. Joyce? Who's Joyce? I hadn't heard of Joyce. Tara. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. If you do, do it 2 more times. No, yeah, that's why I put out the cigar. You see, all gone. All right. So, so then yes, we can do this. You guys are saying yes. Uh, I'll do the best that I can with prayer. Uh, people tell me, yeah. Anyway, so if you all will bow with me and let's go to the Lord in prayer. Uh, my most gracious, our most gracious Heavenly Father, uh, would love to give thanks to you for allowing me to be able to come and do the things that I do, and the people that want to listen and hear the message that I have to put out. It gives me strength, gives me confidence, and makes me feel good. I think this is a blessing to me, and I appreciate you, dear God, for giving it to me. And I wish that you will continue. I hope that you will continue to uh, hold me in your hand and guide me and give me strength and allow me to be able to share uh, with individuals as we continue these live streams and these chats. Uh, I pray that you'll watch over all of us, that you'll watch over our the people that are in charge of our country right now. Give them strength and guidance, and help all of us that are in need of your help and your healing hand. That you might touch all those with your healing hand, and that they may be better. And we pray that you'll continue to encourage every individual in this world as we continue to struggle with the craziness, in my opinion, the evil that has plagued society, and it's not just an individual society; it's societies all around the world. We see it every day. We understand it, and we thank you for giving us the eyesight to be able to understand and see. And watch over all those that are uh, in need. Uh, it's hard for me to say things like that. You understand. I know that you know my thoughts. I know that you know what I'm thinking, and I know that you understand that sometimes it's a little bit difficult for me to get out. But I pray that you'll watch over us, guide us, forgive us our many sins, and bless us going through with our lives. For this is our prayer in Christ's name. Amen. Okay, guys. Y'all almost made me cry trying to pray, but I'm okay. Good night, buddy, and thank you for your kind words. Yes, Gary, thank you. Thank you, Gary. You're awesome too, dude, being here. All of you guys are awesome being here. Uh, I just had 200 plus people. Uh, Thank you guys. Yes, amen, amen, amen. I just had 200 plus people uh, pray with me. That's incredible. You know, where two gather, I'm always there. Thus saith the Lord. And here we are, a bunch of people that don't necessarily know each other, uh, but enjoy getting together and congregating and listening, reading, answering, and doing all the things that, I don't know, that we need right now. Maybe that's what this is about. Maybe this helps us uh, get away from the everyday rigmarole and I'm not going to say boringness of life, but I know that a lot of people do feel bored sometimes. But yeah, here we are, and we will be here again. So uh, probably same time, same bat channel tomorrow. If if something comes up that maybe, I mean, you just never know. Uh, so that you guys know, if I can't make a live, I'll probably do a little short, one of those 15-second shorts that I've been putting out. I'll probably do a little short and let you guys know that I won't be available, or that something came up, or whatever the case might be. Just so that you guys aren't hanging around waiting for Frankie Bobby to come online. Uh, I'll try to put out. Apparently, the notification came out to a lot of you guys. I'll try to put out a notification, especially now that I have Wi-Fi readily available here in my truck. I'll try to put out a notification early on in advance. no more or no less than 30 minutes prior to. It could be an hour, it could be an hour and a half, it could be 2 hours, whatever. But I'll try to put out a notification uh, of an upcoming video, schedule an upcoming video. I'm gonna have to learn. I want to do that, so I have to learn how to. We need to throw holy water. You girls. Uh, I'm fine, holy cats. I'm fine. I just don't know if something might pop up, especially now that I'm working, now that I'm employed. Again, yes, thank you. I am employed. I'm excited about that, guys. I'm very excited about it. You're a streaming guru. Thank you, Sino. Thank you, guys. You guys are too much. I appreciate all your love. I appreciate all your attentions, and I appreciate that you guys see me the way that you see me. Uh, it's flattering, and that's not what I'm here for, but it is. It's very flattering, and I really appreciate it because uh, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Smoke a finger. I'll talk with you tomorrow. So you guys have a good night. I'll leave the chat up for just a little bit, and then I'll. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my cigar and put out this email to you mods, and yeah. So I'll leave the chat open for a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and say good night. Good night, sweet dreams to all of you. Uh, Tara, Kelly M. Good night, girls. Lisa Greens, God bless you and thank you for all you do. Blessings on your job. Looking forward to hearing how it goes. Thank you, Lisa Green. I saw you here yesterday, last night, maybe yesterday, I know. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for joining us. And I appreciate all you guys. Peace out, Flynn Dutchy. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. Uh, Night, John Boy, KB Camino. Good night, Mary Ellen. Y'all be good. I love you all. Thank you.